Hello everybody, how is it going? So today, I just got one game of OP06. I know nothing too crazy. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I'm gonna apologize for the lack of uploads this week. I got like really sick. I think it was like Tuesday, and I felt really bad for the next couple days. I'm feeling mostly better. I went to locals today, kind of regrettably. I felt pretty bad when I got home, but like whatever. I did record like two games, so that's cool. Played Core Zone because I don't know. I just wanted to have some fun. Honestly, a lot of my matches were really close, so a bit. Uh, yeah, it can be a bit frustrating playing a not super great deck, but and like getting close to taking those wins, and then stuff just doesn't go your way. But I mean, it's fine. It was still fun. I still enjoy the deck. But going back to the match, this is OP06. I wanted to see how Enel was, and yeah, and you get to see the two decks of this format right now, Enel and Sakazuki. I think Sakazuki is still very, very good next format. I think Enel is still quite good as well. I played Hiyori there just to I don't know, see what it was. Didn't really have any great targets for it, but I didn't really have any other play. I could have just not played Hiyori and attacked for 8, but he took the 6, so it kind of made no difference. He gets down a Borsellino, and yeah, I feel like this version of Enel, the mid game, like it's still good, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like you have the Wano triggers, which are pretty good. I am playing Momo. I don't think you need to play Momo. But I mean, it's a 5/6, 5/6 blocker, and you get to heal one if you have like or Hiyori on board. My bad. So it's still pretty good. I don't know how I feel about the deck. I wouldn't say I love the deck even in its current iteration. I don't think this version makes me like it exponentially more. But I just wanted to see how the new cards were in Enel. And yeah, it's still very strong. Still does what Enel does. It just, hanging on 1/2 life. It's he still does his thing. But Sakazuki did get, a good amount of support as well. Toshigi, I think, exclusively just being Sakazuki support. I'm trying to think what else they got. They got Gecko. Gecko just being a super crazy black staple, honestly. So that card is kind of nuts, and yeah, if you guys don't know about that card, going back to the game just for a second. I got a Onami trigger, which is Thunderbolt on a stick, so I got rid of Borsellino, which is really plus for me. But yeah, if you guys don't know what 8-drop Gecko does, sorry if you hear the background noise. Hopefully it's not too bad. 8-drop Gecko brings back a 4-cost and a 2-cost from the grave or trash. One of them being rested, one of them active. Card is just synergizes really, really well with black cards. Obviously, you fill up your graveyard using Sakazuki effect, brand news, stuff like that. And Gecko as well, milling 2 with leader effect and such. The card is just, it's really solid. And it almost always trades up with like removal. Like if you 8-drop like Katakuri it, let's just say, you still got the 4-drop and the 2-drop out that turn, so it's just a really, really solid card. This turn, I'm debating what I want to do. I wish I had what's it called? Yeah, that works. Putting using the Hiyori to put what's her name? Gosh. Oh my god. Oh, Kiku, or Kiku Nojo is her new term, but yeah, the term was kind of okay. I mean, we set up the Okiku out of life. We Gedatsu brand new. He hasn't really played anything super threatening, so we're doing alright in that department. We're probably not gonna die to 2 Toshigis. And he does Borsellino bottom deck the Okiku, so that's pretty good. Could have obviously gone for the Gedatsu as well, but Okiku healing me is quite strong. And we're kind of finally at our late game state where we have a bunch of Yamatos, we have an 8-drop cat, we have a Maru whenever we can get to going for game. And I mean, we're looking pretty solid, Sakazuki, after getting 8 catted, how would you even say that? I don't know. But after getting hit with an 8-cat, still doesn't really have much of a board. Just 2 Tashigis. Haven't been hit with a Luchi yet, so we'll be thankful for that. We're looking pretty good. It's looking like he does have the answer to this Katakuri, but that's fine. He kind of needs to develop his board and answer the Katakuri, so it's a little bit of an ask. He does swing 6 the Gidatsu. I will definitely defend that because I don't think he will probably be spending the rest of his Dawn on outing this Katakuri, and that's a pretty efficient way to do so. Playing the 8-drop Gecko, bringing back the Luchi and the Helmeppo. Helmeppo giving -3 to the Katakuri, and then Luchi will pop the Katakuri. So, as you guys can see, just the strength of that card. Helmeppo is pretty strong in combination with Moria, but just like, you can see that kind of swing where they basically played a 9k, a 6k, and even, the 3k isn't nothing. Swinging with the 3k isn't the absolute worst. So, yeah, just a crazy trade up there with basically, 3 bodies for 1 is kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. We do play down the Yamato and pop the Helmeppo, so, we're still pretty much guaranteed alive unless he bets on swinging with the Tashigi. So that's cool, but I assume he'll probably mainly just be working on outing our board because that's what Sakazuki does. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's kind of just like have Ice Age or the Yamato should stick around. Kind of, Sakazuki in general against top end, you need a combination of cards to out them. But he starts off with the Hina, putting it at 5. So it'll be a 4 after he attacks with Leader, and then he needs to just bring it down by 2 more, or 5 more with an Ice Age. That does work too. Spent a lot of cards to out the Yamato though, so we can't be too upset at that trade. We pretty much know our Gidatsu is just, he's gone if he chooses to swing at the Gidatsu. We do have 2 2Ks, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Goes 9 at the Gidatsu. No reason for me to defend it because the Moria or the Luchi will just clear it if I counter out of that, so it's whatever. He goes 5 with the Shigi. It's a pretty good 5k swing. He'll probably just put me down to 1 again and just pass. I imagine, just swing with Moria. We'll get a Veggie trigger. I'm not even going to use it because there's no reason to. This turn, we kind of just need to survive again. We can't clear any of his board, honestly. We do get rid of the Hina, which is nice. That's a good trade. Then we'll just attack for 6. Right here, just kind of have to hope we live because that's just the spot we're in. We do have the reject to kind of like even out the life if we're trying to go for game, which is pretty good. So we're not in the worst spot. We're both pretty low on cards. He is winning on board right now, but I am Enel, so I'm at basically 3 life. So I'm not in the worst spot either. The main reason why I wanted to upload this game is because I thought it was really close and a pretty good representation, of the deck's next format. He's gonna go 5 with Tashigi. These swings are good. I'm not gonna lie. Just pressuring down my hand size with the little pokes is pretty strong. We definitely have to counter that. We could take it like a psychopath and just say, if I get a trigger, I could potentially just win. So I do take it. I get a 2K. It was definitely greedy to take that, but what could go wrong? What could go wrong? He goes 7 with the Luchi. Once again, I'm like, I kind of just want to take this. I'm trying to debate, what happens if I take it. I get an Okiku trigger, and then I debate on which one to keep, Amaru or reject. I keep the reject just because I don't know, it might be more correct to take the Amaru. It's super weird. And right here, I don't know. It's debatable what I'm supposed to do there. So the reason I took is I was like, if I get 1k out of life, I just win this game because he just tries to kill me here with leader and I have enough to counter out. But if I counter out of that, he just swings 5 with Tashigi and then, the rest on leader, 5-6. So either way, it's like I'm just in a bad spot and that last life just needs to be a 1k. But I do think this route gave me a better chance because what if I counter out of Moria, he just swings 5 with Toshigi. I eat that, and then it puts me on draw 2k out of life with leader. To be fair, he might not have even gone for it, but that was just my mentality. I'm like, as long as I get a 1k, I just live, or a 2k, you know, whatever. So yeah, that was just the decision I made, and it didn't pan out, and that's fine. It just be like that. But yeah, I thought the game was pretty close. You know, if we probably would have been able to get game with the reject. You know, all we had to do is really hit him once and then activate reject and then just swing really big. So yeah, it was a good game. I do think yeah, you get to see Moria, you got to see the some of the Wano stuff in Enel. But yeah, again, sorry for the lack of uploads. I know this video isn't even something too crazy, but there'll be more to come. You know, I have the games from locals that I'll upload soon, and yeah, I'm back. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.